Hey guys, what's up? Lone Berserker here, and this is going to be a commentary 1 versus 1. I'm Colchis going up against Galatia. So for my army, I went pretty skirmish heavy. I've got 3 horse archers, 4 eastern slingers, 3 hillmen, 4 noble blood cav, 3 cartly axemen, and 3 Colchian nobles. And my opponent went the complete opposite. He's got 3 Celtic slingers, 3 Galatian swords, 4 levy freemen, 4 Galatian legionaries, 2 noblemen, 1 Galatian spear, 2 Cappadocians, and 1 noble horse. So I just start out this game typically with my 3 horse archers, just skirmishing him down and shooting him up a bit, basically. Just trying to, pester him. So I'm moving up here. Now I plan on seeing Galatia. I actually thought he was playing for as Carthage at first, and then I saw the green flags, and then I thought he unit glitched, but I looked at his army and he didn't. So playing against Galatia as Colchis, you've got to be very careful because Galatia's infantry is very superior, and I went wide with my build. My opponent went compact, so he wants to strike me in the center, which I kind of figured as Galatia. That's typical. You want to break your opponent's infantry line. Now, as Colchis, that is possible because you have these great Colchian nobles, and in my opinion, I'm pretty sure they're one of the best spear units in the game, at least in terms of habiletés. Then you've got cartly axemen, which aren't bad. They're pretty good. They just never pack enough punch, so they'll hold for a little bit. They'll get some good kills, but they'll eventually lose. Now, I am just, like I said, shooting him up a bit. Not really trying to do much damage, just trying to get some easy kills. I do bring that levy freeman down to 97. Some people would call that a waste of ammo. I do not. Now, this is a waste of ammo because I end up getting shot here and didn't even realize it. He gets some pretty good volleys into me. I think he brings down a few horses. There goes 1. Oh, I thought it... Oh, no, 4. I lost 4, guys. That's weird. Trying to stay out of his Galatian spear's range and also trying to inflict casualties, so... No skirmishers over here. I decided to go for that legionnaire. I am also shooting here with my slingers now. Something you got to keep in mind, this is a problem right here. Now, this is what I do all the time, because you bring your cavalry back here, they're going to get shot by the horse archers. You bring them in the front, they're going to shot by the slingers. You got to keep them, somehow keep them in the middle without allowing them to get shot. I am doing damage, though, on this legionnaire. I do take javelin volley, sadly. I took 6 horses there, which is actually a really pretty good amount, honestly, for Levy Freeman. Get some more shots, and though I bring it down to 156. That's good, though, in terms of HP damage, so that was a pretty even exchange, in my opinion. So he's coming forward. I'm going forward, too. Now, here, in slow motion, so you gotta pay attention to key details here. So I'm already engaging. I want this fight, because these skirmishers aren't positioned. Mine are. I'm just going to be shooting at whatever I want. I get my Levy Freeman in there, my Hillman in there. Now, this Levy Freeman is useless. It's not going to do anything. It's going to get crushed as soon as it gets charged. Same with these ones over here. This Galatian Legionnaire is also wounded. It's getting shot up. All his frontline units are very weak in terms of, armor. So my Hillmen are going in here. They're going to lose, but look, they brought him down to 149. That's a really good exchange, in my opinion. This one's this one's brought down to 110. And I'm not even going to give my orders on these Levy Freemen and stuff. So my Noble Blood come in here. Easily. They do. That was nasty, actually. I didn't even realize that. They do get hit by a Javelin Volley, but they do take the Levy Freeman completely down. He's got more Levy Freeman, though. So, Hillman losing. That's fine. That's their purpose, really, just to stop charges. Here we go. I got a combination of Cartly Axemen and Noble Blood Cav coming in. The Noble Blood will just take down the enemy's charge and weaken their frontline troops. Cartly Axemen will come swinging in here and do the rest of the damage. Horse Archers firing on the Galatians still. His general is up in here already. His Galatian nobleman, not a bad idea, but he's exposed in terms of fighting Cartly Axemen. Noble Horse coming in a bit late. They're going to be fighting Colchian nobles. You don't really want that. So my opponent was very late on his cav deflection charge, I guess you could call it. Now my opponent has one advantage on me, and that's his infantry. So while he is creaming in the infantry fight, although I had a really good start, I am going to be shooting the crap out of him. So as you can tell, I break his Levy Freeman. That's what I was expecting. Got my horse archers swinging around here just now at this point, enraging my opponent, because that's what they do. They're really good at making your opponent angry. My opponent also makes another mistake by keeping his men in formation attack. Don't do that. Hillmen are still up in this fight. They don't even care. Others, though, are breaking, so he's pouring in all this cav, this noble horse, Galatian legionary, sword, and a Cappadocian. You don't want to do that because now this has become a prime target for 4 slingers. They're not good slingers, but they're there, and that's all that matters. They're doing the damage that my infantry can't. I do have a Colchis noble here, which will last forever. This guy's not going to break, even though he's fighting these really good troops. He's clumped up now, and now I got my cab coming back in for a second charge onto his stationary cab, already giving my guys the advantage. So that's going to be bad for him. I'll pull out here in a minute. Get my general going in against the noblemen. Noblemen are not bad, but they're not going to beat Colchis and infantry. Well, they could beat the Cartly Axemen. They're not going to beat the nobles, though. I also get my general battle over them there. I did get hit by, I think, a javelin volley from that Galatian spear. I was so mad. Got my cav coming in here for another charge. So this is a pretty quick battle, by the way. That's why I have it in slow motion. There would literally be no video if I didn't. Hillman finally breaks, sadly. He was doing so good. But still, look at this prime target. 4 units held down by 1. And I'm just continuing to swing out my cavalry and launch these charges. He even rallies. He thinks this is the point where he's going to break through and win the battle. But he's not, just because of how tough this unit is. And he's got his slingers here supporting. But they're shooting more of his own men. Well, actually, no, they're not. My guys actually are getting creamed by those slingers. So that's... Never mind, that's actually a really good volley. Now, another mistake, he's got this Cappadocian, he's moving it now, but it's been delayed. He should have swung that around here and took out my slingers. That could have really helped him. That Galatian sword broke after a while. So you can see from the overview that I am just swarming him by pure mass at this point. Although he did have the infantry advantage, his infantry advantage was in the center, mine was on the wings. I am not going to reposition my army just to fight and his strength. I am going to push his wings and win there and just pin him down in the center with whatever I can. Now, it is risky, but it's the plan that I had wanted to start with when I saw his army. So if you got a plan in mind, don't throw away your plan just because your opponent is deployed a certain way. Now, we've got these noblemen here. They're being wasted because they're being he's retreating them, and they're just taking unnecessary casualties from my Cartly Axemen, when if they turned around, they could probably win in a fight. Other than that, though, we're still shooting him with the horse archers. And that's actually preoccupying this cav unit and a Galatian spear and his slingers. 5 units are stuck back here because of my 3 horse archers, who haven't really killed it that much. They're just there, like I said. Now, noblemen starting to lose. Freemen and Galatian legionnaire are actually losing to my 2 units because of the amount of support I have. Legionaries, noble horse, and sword are absolutely getting pummeled in the center at this point. There is no more center. Cartly Axemen, though, they are losing. Like I said, they're not going to be a match for these Galatian legionaries. Here are some cinematic views. I think Colchis, not just Colchis, but the eastern factions have some very, very cool looking units. They're my favorite looking, actually. So, Galatian legionaries and swords aren't being microed correctly, so they're just sitting here. They're actually doing, that's actually pretty smart. They're just throwing javelins in there, but they're not engaging with their strength. Got this cav stuck in these Galatian spears who have noblemen who have cavalry counter tactics, taking high casualties there. It's fine though. Horse archers going around now. They are shooting some valuable targets like these Cappadocians, and they're going to be going for these legionaries and noblemen in the rear. My opponent simply cannot last at this point under the pressure of my units. We can actually just speed it up now. I think in my opinion, I did a pretty good job at keeping his skirmishers pinned so that mine could remain free. That is very important, by the way. If you have a skirmish advantage, you have to take advantage of it. You can't just sit there and think that they're going to do it by themselves. You know, you got to keep them protected. You got to make sure the enemy skirmishers can't get to them. So my opponent's Galatian build wasn't bad. I actually kind of liked the noblemen. They were a change. Problem is, though, when you bring the different units, they usually end up having a very different outcome in the battle. Galatian noblemen are good, though. They're fun. Oh my god, did you see that? Jeez, crow, I've never seen that happen before. Oh, that guy was running and got hit by his own javelin. Noblemen and swords are starting to crumble under pressure. Here come more cav units. Let's put the final nail in the coffin here as I'm trying to break these guys. Horse archers, see, this is the problem. He's making this mistake where he keeps like 5 units back here. He doesn't need this. His skirmishers, he thinks they're doing a good job at keeping my horse archers back, which they are. but they could have been so much better used just pinning my slingers down and, you know, doing enough damage to them to make them rout, and that could have had a different outcome on the battle. But when you do that, you know, you lose the slingers to protect against the horse archers, so now the horse archers have free reign of the battlefield. You gotta make a pick when you're fighting against a skirmish heavy faction. In my opinion, you just have to charge, and you have to keep charging, which my opponent, I think, kind of failed to do here. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. Alright, so that's the replay, so we'll look at the kills and stuff. So, you can see my Colchis nobles doing absolutely amazing, getting tons of kills like they usually do. Horse archers doing pretty good, noble blood doing pretty good. Slingers doing really good, one of them getting a chevron and 80 kills. Hillmen getting 55 kills and 56 kills, the champions of the battle right here. And the Cartliaxmen getting 304 kills, so those were probably on more levy freemen and stuff, but still, that's a lot of kills. That's 2 units right there. Another one getting a good amount of kills in this last one, not doing that great. So Galatia, the noblemen did not do that great. You know, I don't even know what the heck these units are like. We'll check them out after. Cappadocians, well, to say the least, his cavalry was misused. I am going to say that. Slingers were not totally misused, but misplaced more so. Galatian legionaries, they actually still, 2 of them still did pretty good, but the other 2 just did not do enough work. They got bogged down fighting my nobles and cav units. Swords not doing that bad, but however, you have to take into consideration most of those were on hillmen. Spearmen, Galatian spear not doing bad. Levy freemen not doing that great. So, don't look at that. If I was to be in Galatia's shoes, where the heck is this faction? This always happens. Hold on here. I got this. There it is. Alright, now, noblemen. Let's get Colchis out. That's Epirus. Noblemen. 36 attack, 30 weapon damage. Bonus versus large doesn't really matter. Charge bonus 32. Melee defense 74. Alright, so let's get a Colchis noble. 34. 30. 36, 30. Alright, 32. 21. 64, 105. 74, 75. 65, 70. And 65, 70. Okay, so I will say the Colchis nobles are better. This weapon damage, though, is this, I think it has the elite spear. Where's Sparta? Yes. Okay, so it has the elite spear. Very important. Does Galatia's? I think they do. I think when they have 30 weapon damage, that means they do. No, they do not. So that is the key factor right there. A lot of people don't look at. That is very important that they don't have the elite spear. Now, good stats on this unit. They have expert charge defense, cavalry counter tactics, and shield screen. They've got the encourage where they can support units all around. However, I would just take the noble horse in this situation because noblemen can defend themselves. Yes. But you still want to keep them in the back where they can run around, give encouragement, stuff like that. Do the electric boogaloo. Now, when you're fighting Colchis, don't expect strong infantry. The most someone's going to bring is this. At least, from what I've seen, this is what someone's going to bring, and they're going to be positioned exactly like this. Now, you could either do that or bring 4 Cartliaxmen. However, why once in a blue moon you'll see that. I don't know why anyone would do that, but you can. So when you're fighting against Colchis, I would say 5 Glacial Legionaries. That's 4. That's 5. I would say 2 Slingers and 2 Syrians. 2 Cappadocians. Galatian Raiders. And a lot of Levy Freemen. This right here is a pretty freaking powerful build in itself. But when you're going up against Colchis, it's even more so powerful. Now, if you want, you can throw in a few Galatian spears, and Galatian spears are pretty good. Look at that. Like, this alone in itself is a good build, but against Colchis, you're going to cream the battlefield. Now, he didn't have any raiders. He did have the Cappadocians and the Noble, but he had, what was it, 1 spear, 4 of these guys, 4 what the hell did he have? Oh, that's right, he didn't have these. He had this, then he had, oh my lord, what was it? He had another nobleman. Oh my god. 4 of the spears. I mean, 4 levy freemen. He didn't have the Syrians. He had this. That would give me the possibility of getting this. Alright, this was what he had. Now, looking at this here, it's not the greatest simply because, well, you don't have the extra firepower from the Syrians, and you don't have the extra killing power of the Galatian legionaries, so Galatian legionaries are very powerful mid-tier swordsmen. In fact, I'm pretty sure Galatia is considered to be the most powerful mid-tier sword faction, simply because of legionaries. They got freaking 40 attack and 40 weapon damage for 800. They also have 60 morale, 60 health, and 75 armor with 65 melee defense and 28 charge. Absolutely bomb of a unit. What is Swaby's noble swordmasters here? 43. Oh my god. Oh, you can't. What if I bring myself over here? Click on the unit. You can't do that. Alright, well, I can tell you for a fact that they're almost similar. Yeah, they're almost similar. So, that is just absolutely insane. So, but yeah, I would not say this as a build against Colchis, especially when you know for a fact most Colchian players are going to be going skirmish heavy. So yeah, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope your levy freeman gets extra kills tonight. See you next time.